Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Today I'm bringing you this super cute slim box. I was having a play deciding what stamps and things to use to make this, and I completely forgot how amazing Bunch of Blossoms is. It's been sat on my shelf for a year. I think I've maybe used it once. Thankfully it's being carried over. It's my newfound love, honestly. I cannot get over how beautiful this is. Coordinating punch so that it's quick and easy, and obviously they're in a bundle in the current catalogue. They won't be in the bundle in the new, so if you want to get that bundle and save yourself, I think it's 10%, get it bought. It is beautiful. For this box, I actually made it for this, which is just a box with a pen in, nothing exciting. The colours, really, I went off what was on the box, and I was surprised at how similar to Flirty Flamingo it is. But I love stationery, and I love books and pens and all sorts of things like that, and so I thought, well, what better way to gift this to someone and package it nicely. So obviously to make this, I got a sheet of Flirty Flamingo. But before I go into all of that, I just want to show you, this is the one sheet wonder that I made, which is what the panels have been made from. Isn't it adorable? I know I'm blowing my own trumpet and saying that it's so good because I did it, but no, seriously. I had so much fun doing this, and as you can see, I mean, there was this as well as a few other smaller pieces left over. You could quite easily make a couple of little note cards or something with the bits that left over, but I just loved it. And just to quickly run through, so I used it's actually 3-stepped. I mean, you can just get away with the 2, but I used 3. Obviously we have basic black in the centre here. I used Blushing Bride stamped off for the first, Blushing Bride on the second, and then Flirty Flamingo for the outline. The leaves are Pear Pizzazz stamped off and then straight on the top, and Old Olive. And then this one is Pool Party stamped off and then Pool Party again, and Marina Mist. And like I said, I just love it. I think it's so cute, and I certainly have got a real addiction to one sheet wonders because I think they are fabulous. Right, on to making the box, otherwise this video will be hours long. So, you will unfortunately need a sheet of 12 by 12 DSP. I didn't realise until I started sort of measuring and cutting, and I thought, oh crikey. Now, obviously the Flirty Flamingo, you can't just buy 12 by 12s, you have to get the in colour 12 by 12s. But hey, that's not a bad thing, it just means that you get all the colours, so you can have just as much fun. So my sheet of cardstock starts off being 7.5 inches by 11 3/4 inches. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard and grab my scoring tool, and with the 11 3/4 across the top, we're going to score at 1 inch, 2 1/4 inches, 9.5 inches, and then 10 3/4, and then we're going to rotate so that the 7.5 is across the top, and we're going to score at 1, 3, 4 1/4, and 6 1/4. Okay, and then you guessed it, bone folder scoring, burnishing even. Folding and burnishing all of those score lines. I couldn't get over how quickly and how amazingly the Flirty Flamingo worked with that box. It was as if the company Busy Bee knew of Stampin' Up colours, because they were just so similar. Couldn't believe it. Right, bone folder away, paper snips out. Now you will notice that you have a slightly thinner band at the top than you do at the bottom, and obviously you have to make sure this is your top because this is going to be the flap that closes inside your box. So where do we need to cut? So first off, we're going to turn it round now towards us, and we're going to cut wedges there. That's for the box to get into. We then cut down this one and away with that corner. I'm doing this a little bit sort of odd, but it's easier for you guys to follow if I stick with cutting this way. If I start saying, yeah, cut here and then cut there and then you cut this away, you're going to get confused. So I do it in stages so that you know where we're at. So those bits cut away and this tab cut here. We next need to cut away all of this side here. No, we don't. I've done that wrong. Ignore that. We cut away the corners. We cut away the corners here. Just like that. Pretend that's still there. And then you obviously need these to be your flaps. Now it all depends on where you want them to stick. Now I want mine to stick on the inside of the side, if you like. So we're going to cut down, cut wedges, and just take a little bit off. So cut down, cut wedges, cut a bit off. And likewise on this side, down, wedges, take a bit off. And the last one, okay, so your box, with the exception of this piece here, should look like that with an extra bit. So while we've got it like this, let's go ahead and stick our panels on, because otherwise we're going to get to be doing it when it's folded up, which isn't ideal. So as I said to you, I've cut my strips from my one sheet wonder. I'm going to grab my snail, and so the one that we put on the lid, which is going to be here, is 1 3/4 by 7 inches. So I'm just going to run some snail on that one and pop it on the top. We then need the back and front sides, and these two measure 1 inch by 7. Oops. So again, just running my snail down the sides. Whoops. Line it up. And the same on this one. And finally, you want 2 on the ends here. And these little ones are 1 3/4 by 1 inch. And like I said, they just sit on the ends, just there. Okay, while we've got it this way, let's get our fuse and add some adhesive to our edges. And then, as you know, we just quite simply fold it up. And if you will, unlike me, you will have 2 little shoulders there that fold in, and then quite simply pop our pen inside. Just bend that the wrong way and you can see how snug that fits. Fold your shoulders in and then just tuck him in there. And obviously you can see why you need shoulders. Obviously I cut that one off and it just leaves it looking a bit unsightly. Let's just trim that bit. Whereas obviously this side is a lot neater. So I've then got some old olive baker's twine. If I can find the end, there it is. And I'm simply going to pop it over, but but I actually want it up, up at this end, so I'm going to twist it there and flop it over, and then just tie my bow. And obviously, I mean, you could leave it like that if you wanted to, but I don't, because I want to put another one of these beautiful flowers on it. So we'll do the sentiment first, which again is in the bunch of blossoms. Thank you very much. So I have my scrap of white, and I have my thank you very much, and my C block, and my basic black. And I'm just going to pop that there. You know, I always forget to wet my Stampin' scrub. I always end up having to do it when I put the video on. So just give that a clean, because I need the block again. So I'm just going to put that away, and then I'm going to grab my 1.5 circle punch and just punch that one out. Just move that away, and on this one I just used this little flower here. Where is it? There it is. And I used Flirty Flamingo just to add some flowers to it. Oops. That'll do for that one. And then I'm going to leave that on there because I will need it in a moment. And then all I did was add a couple of dimensionals. And then I'm just going to pop that to one side because I want to build my flower. So again, I'm going to use the 3 stamping set as I did on this one, but I'm using this smaller flower here. So I'll just take these out, and then hopefully you should be able to see. So I've left that one on because that is my flower centre. So I'm just going to quickly, no I'm not, I'm telling you fibs. Oops, it's not that one, it's that one. So I'm just going to grab that one with some basic black, and I'm going to do that on that corner because I actually think that that will be give me enough room there. So I want the small solid image. Let's put the basic black away, and then I want my blushing bride, and I'm simply going to stamp off and stamp, and I need 5 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, schoolboy error, forgot to stamp off. There we go. Give that a scrub and a clean and put it away. And then want, where's it gone? There, the small one. And this just gets stamped directly over the top. Now, if you want to spend your time lining it all up and making sure that it all is perfect, then you can. I think it adds to the, if you like, arty effect of it being slightly not straight, if that makes sense. So put the blushing bride away, grab the Flirty Flamingo, and this is the outline stamp, and then we simply go over the top again. Oops. That's those ones done. And finally, I'm just going to grab some more Whisper White because I need to do a couple of leaves. So again, I've got Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to use the small ones. So the small solid leaf, same system, stamp off, stamp your leaf, stamp off, stamp your leaf. Oh, lost that one on the scrub then. And then you just use the slightly fuller one just to go over the top. And that's it on that one. And then, this is where I find out that I've stamped everything far too close together. You have your leaf one here, which is upside down, for me anyway, for doing this punching. So we'll try again. Right. It's not going to affect the other leaf. So I'll give one, whoops, one there. And another, oh, nearly, another one there. And then the leaves, sorry, the petals are just on here. And again, you just have to line it up and punch them out. So that's 1, 2, 3. Obviously that was the one I didn't do correct. Wobbly hands. 4, and my last one. And now I need to trim a bit off there, it won't fit. And last but not least, the centre. Now this may take some fiddling and lining up, but I'm not going to line it up too perfectly today because the whole point is just to show you what I was doing. Right, to get that out of the way. Oh heavens, nearly sent my inks everywhere. Okay, so on the previous box I used a glue dot, and unfortunately it's made it quite almost thick and heavy at the centre, so I'm not going to use the glue dot this time. I'm simply going to use some snail, and I'm just going to run a tiny bit over the centre, just like this, and that, whoops, we'll get them all to sit, and then you just have a little bit of wiggle room. Give it a press, make sure it's stuck, and then I am going to use a glue dot on the centre, and again a glue dot on my leaves. So I'm just going to add a little bit there, and another one, whoops, wrong end, there, and he's going to sit on that bit. And then I'm actually going to use a dimensional just to raise the whole thing up slightly. So I'm just going to pop him there, and then this one, just take the dimensionals off the back and slip him under the flower, and just make sure that your dimensionals are sitting either side of the ribbon so that it can still be undone. And there you have it, a super cute and beautiful box for a pen, or even some chocolates or anything else that you want to add into a beautiful box. Like I say, just make sure that you don't cut that shoulder off like I did. Everything that I've used here is being carried over, so again all of these items can be purchased from the shop, which the link for which is just below in the description. If you click on there and it'll take you through to my shop, I'd be extremely honoured if you bought these products through me. Anybody that purchases items through me, they do get a little thank you gift each month, which if you've had a quick look at my videos you'll be aware. All the measurements and everything that you will require, all the details are on my blog, and the link for that is also below in the description. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!